Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, you told me before that you was at a party before that they attended and you said the party was weird. Tell me about that.
Keefe D is the one American gangster we have all heard of, thanks to his involvement with the Hollywood elite. From his recounts and confessions, it's clear that he had quite a lot of connections inside the industry, which meant he was invited to all the crazy parties. It turns out these parties hosted by the big names in Hollywood aren't just any parties. In fact, they might have something to do with the devil and the Illuminati. Keefe even named a few guest appearances in these infamous parties, such as the power couple Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. What really goes on in these parties and what were Jada and Will doing there? Let's find out what Keefe D has to say.
It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying? The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati.
Keefe D has access to all the inside news at the infamous Hollywood parties. But what is it about these parties that everyone can't seem to get enough news about? Why are these parties kept under wraps and hidden away from media attention? Keefe's portrayal has finally answered some of these questions. These Hollywood parties are far from innocent, and a lot more goes on here than just dancing and drinking. The Hollywood elites have always tried to keep their activities under wraps, but the rumors about these crazed parties have made it out. According to some people who have been invited to these parties, the hosts are important and powerful names in the industry, such as P. Diddy. Diddy occasionally hosts extravagant parties in which all inhibitions are lost and the law is nowhere to be found. According to the comedian Cat Williams, he had in fact been invited to one of these parties by Diddy, but he had to turn it down in order to protect his dignity. He had to turn down $50 million 4 times throughout his own career. According to the comedian, getting invited to Diddy's parties meant you gave him a free pass to sleep with you and to violate your dignity whatever way he pleased. He even accused Diddy of being disrespectful towards married men and seeing these women with lust. Other people have also come forward with even more bizarre recounts of their time at these famous parties. Jamie Foxx talked about these highly anticipated secret parties hosted by Diddy that were a level apart from any social gathering in Hollywood. These parties involved lots and lots of young men who were available to the guests to fulfill their desires. Usher also admitted in an interview that Diddy was habitual of having parties in his house that would always end up in weird behaviors from all the guests. At that time, Usher had gone to live with Puff Daddy when he was a teenager and addressed the parties and celebrations that they had at the so-called Flavor Camp.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
At the time, Usher was only 13. That means exactly what you think it means. Diddy hadn't spared even a 13-year-old boy under his care from his extreme and inappropriate behavior. Looks like the Flavor Camp Usher keeps referring to was also one such party. Apparently, even major name in the rap industry gets a chance to have some time away from the public eye where they can do whatever they want, all with the support of Diddy. 50 Cent once revealed these secret parties contained all types of young men as a source of entertainment. 50 Cent quickly realized the implications of going to such parties. In fact, these parties are so intense that someone like 50 Cent also felt emasculated and uncomfortable. It looks like Keefe D also found his way to one such party hosted by Diddy. It was extremely uncomfortable for Keefe D, which is shocking, considering this guy has been the absolute worst Hollywood has to offer. Even he was shocked to step into this party.
It's just a lot of weird shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what Tupac, I guess he wanted to get up out of the Illuminati or something.
Keefe was so caught off guard by the party and all the weird rituals taking place there that he thinks it must have something to do with the Illuminati. Now, call me paranoid if you wish, but it is not entirely unlikely that these parties, hosted by the powerful elites of Hollywood and kept strictly out of the public eye, might have something to do with the devil after all. The most interesting revelation by Keefe D came when he admitted that P. Diddy was not at the party alone, but with his partner. Who do you think that partner might be? None other than the esteemed rapper rapper Tupac. That's right. According to the gangster, he came across Tupac and Diddy acting like a couple, which is shocking, considering both men pretend to be straight in public. Another shocking addition to the guest list at this crazy party was none other than the celebrity star couple Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Why were the two at the gay party? We can't say for sure, but we do know one thing. Diddy's parties aren't just any parties. They might be a place for the devil's worship, which won't be the first time Will and Jada have been accused of having ties with the devil. Even the infamous Oscar slap by Will Smith is being called a humiliation ritual by the Illuminati. Others think they sold their souls to the devil in exchange for fame and wealth. A fan even called their kids a result of their devil worship. The star couple may have been together for decades, but people are still not sure about Will's sexual orientation. Rumors have it that Will is secretly in the closet, and the two have agreed upon an open marriage in order to fulfill their desires while maintaining a family for their children. Apparently, this is also why the two were spotted by Keefe at the gay party hosted by Diddy. Both Jada and Will have refused to acknowledge the rumors and deny any such reports. But let's be honest, their marriage is not the usual marriage in any sense. Jada completely downplayed rumors of Will being gay and said, "I'm not sure any other wife would be laughing at the detailed accounts of her husband sleeping with Dwayne Martin," but Jada seems to be unfazed. Will, however, was pretty upset and said the claims are completely fabricated and unequivocally false. But these reports were enough to get the rumor mills running. Some people are even speculating that Will was there at the infamous Illuminati party to sleep with Diddy himself. One person took to Twitter and commented on this saying, "Although Keefe D only mentioned Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, they are not the only celebrities routinely attending these Illuminati parties. Big stars like Jay-Z and Beyonce are also rumored to have made a deal with the Illuminati in order to achieve the status of global stars." Conspiracy theories and crazy imaginations about Beyonce and her husband Jay-Z date back a long way. The theories include that the two are part of the Illuminati, are secretly bringing about a revolution and a new world order, and are brainwashing the public through dance routines and music videos. Some people think that the two sold their souls and sacrificed other artists in order to keep their deal with the devil. Jay-Z has been using a triangle-shaped hand gesture throughout his concerts for a long time. Beyonce occasionally gives the hand gesture as well, probably to show her support for her husband. People think this triangle is the eye of the devil and represents the Illuminati. In fact, they're also known to host such extravagant parties that don't make it to the public's eye. Beyonce and Jay-Z were both aware of the public speculations of them being part of the Illuminati, yet they mostly remained quiet and let these allegations simmer. After ages, Jay-Z claimed he was not involved in society through his song. Beyonce followed the same route and took to her song to address these rumors. Now, that's not very convincing, is it? Illuminati is a song that Madonna released in 2014 as part of her Rebel Heart album. Everyone in this party's shining like Illuminati, the song repeats. Our take? Whether she's a member or not, it was definitely a calculated move to drop the I word so casually. She knew it would get people talking, and here we are, doing just that, years later. Sounds like advertising for the devil. The details of Diddy's secret parties still remain a mystery, but more and more people are coming forward to talk about it. Keefe's recounting of his night at Diddy's party gave us some serious allegations. Does Diddy have a deal with the devil? Is that why, no matter what he does and how many laws he breaks, Diddy appears to be invincible? This story took another turn when, after decades of the murder of Tupac, Keefe was finally arrested. Some people think that his decision to reveal the inside details of his time at the infamous Devil's Party is why he has been pushed under the bus. Veteran actor Ice-T said that this arrest was basically a death sentence for Keefe. It looks like he managed to infuriate some very important people, or dare I say, entities. That's it from my side today, folks. I'll be back with more juicy news. Until then, take care and goodbye.